NK Toko Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school basketball. Where tonight we're at Minster, where the Wildcats will take on the new Knoxville Rangers. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health System, Orchards Family Forest Center, and NK Telco. Along with Greg Burning, I'm Dave Kanapke. Glad you're along here on NK Telco Sports. Two teams, local teams playing each other. New Knoxville Rangers under Olivia Koenig. A little bit of a tough season, 2-14 overall, 1-4 in the MAC, but Addie Albers, the sophomore, having a great year.
Yeah, you hit it, Dave. You know, they're definitely struggling, not where New Knoxville typically likes to be at this part of the season, but good foundation play with Albers, averaging 13 a game. Egbert contributes 7, and the younger Albers, Avery, also putting in 7. So there's some pieces there. They're not very deep, so that doesn't help them a lot on that part as well, but they're hoping they can slow down this solid Minster program here tonight.
That solid Minster program, 10-5 on the season under Coach Mike Wisson, his 8th year. 3-2 in the MAC. They're tied with 5 other teams, top of the MAC with 2 losses. They were playing very good at 6-7. Had a little bit of setback in their last game against Versailles. They lost by 4.
Yeah, they got a really nice group. They're kind of the opposite of New Knoxville in the sense they have a lot more depth. Got a lot of players averaging around that 7, 8, 9 point area, led by Lydia Mesher with 10 and Adiensky with 7. But quite a few deep on this Mike Wiss team. See a lot of pressure from this group. They handle the game pretty well. And they've had a nice season, as you mentioned, and continue to seem to grow. They've had some injuries along the way as well. So they're kind of, I would say, trending in the right way, even though they took that Versailles game, and probably looking to see if they can build a little more here tonight.
It'll be Minster, New Knoxville. MAC action will be back after the starting lineup on NK Telco Sports.
Hometown Opportunity serves Mercer County, Auglaize County, Darke County, and Shelby County.
The website as a whole is pretty user-friendly. I was able to filter down my options, see what types of jobs were out there for me in the area.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
We know that our local candidates, a lot of times are our most successful candidates because they want to come here and stay.
It's become the go-to site for anybody looking for a job in the region.
That was Olivia Heckman, high schooler here at Minster, doing a nice job of the national anthem here today. Just a freshman, just found out. Olivia Heckman, nice job. Whereas for the officials, Curtis Bigelow, Daniel Cook, and Hannah Keller, the 3 officials here tonight. So getting ready for the starting lineups here. First, we'll start with the visiting New Knoxville Rangers. They're in the red uniforms trimmed with gray. Coached by Olivia Koenig. Here's the starters for New Knoxville. Number 4, Avery Albers, 5'8" freshman, averages 6.5 a game. Number 5, Kiana Wellman, 5'8" senior, 2.5 a game. Number 10, Brent Egbert, a 6-foot junior, 7.7 rebounds a game. And Addie Albers, number 11, a 5'10" sophomore, have a nice year, 13 points, second in the MAC in rebounding. And Lauren Wingler, second senior on this roster, 5'4" senior, 3.5 a game. Olivia Koenig, the head coach, your second year at the helm. So now for the home team, the Minster Wildcats in the white, trim with black and orange as they crank up the music here. Number 4, Annie Hemmelgarn, a 5'7" sophomore, about 3 points a game. Number 11, Addie Inskeep, 5'10" junior, 7 points a game. Leading scorer, number 12, Lydia Mesher, 5'10" senior, just under 10 points a game. Next, Anna Large, a very good defensive player, number 22, a 5'7" senior, just under 7 points a game. And at the post position, number 24, Kayla Lamb, a 5'10" senior, 3.3 points a game. Head coach Mike Wist, assisted by Nan Steckschulte, and the rest of the coaching staff. Let's talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. First, let's start with the Rangers, Greg.
Thanks, Dave. So for the Rangers, handling the pressure. As I mentioned earlier, Minster likes to play aggressive, even in the half court, but they're definitely going to put some full court pressure on. So because of that, the Rangers are going to need to get some easy buckets. The only way you beat pressure and to get it to go away is to score quickly off of it and then finally rebound. They're going to have to make sure they keep Minster limited to shots. On the other side for Minster, get a good start. They're coming out trying to forget about the loss to Versailles, contain Addison Albers, the leading scorer for the Rangers, and to get the ball out quickly to outlet on the offensive side.
Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza in Newport, Ohio. Tip goes to Minster, and a larger drives to the hoop. Thanks at home.
Nice aggressive drive there by Larger. Not a lot of resistance there from New Knoxville to start out. And as I mentioned, full court pressure coming right off the gate here by Minster.
And a larger tips it away. She's second in the MAC in steals, a great defensive player, and this will be a challenge. It's just a challenge for any team, especially for a New Knoxville team that only has 8 players dressed. There's Addie Albert. Offense will go through her most of the time. She passes to her sister Avery, able to break the pressure, but picked up her dribble, able to get it to Wingler, and they'll reset the offense. That is knocked out of bounds. Just 2 wins for New Knoxville on the season. They beat Delphi St. John earlier, and then about 3 games ago they beat Houston. Minster playing man-to-man defense. They play mostly man. Every once in a while they'll throw in a 1-3-1. Addie Albers, larger, has the assignment against her. Albers the leading scorer, 13 a game. Avery Albers tries to drive. Addie thought about a 3. Drive to the hoop. Draw the foul.
First foul of the ball game goes against number 12, Lydia Mesher. Good aggressive drive there by Albers.
First free throws off the mark. She averages 13.3 points a game. She's second in the MAC in rebounding. She's among the league leaders in steals. All around, great sophomore year for Addie Albers. She splits the free throws.
Nice soft touch there on the free throw.
Hemmelgarn to Inskeep. Lamb back to Inskeep, to the basket, and 1.
Nice little give and go there by Minster. Again, New Knoxville early, definitely going to have to step their defense up. Neither one of those possessions that Minster has had so far has had much resistance. Layups at the bucket both times. This one comes with a foul. Inskeep a chance for a 3-point play.
Off the backboard, or off the rim, I should say. So Knoxville on the attack. Sprint Egbert, Jr. Give it up to Albers. Wingler comes up with it. Now Avery Albers. That is on the floor. We will have a jump ball. Alternate possession gives it to New Knoxville.
Yeah, break there for the Rangers. They're going to get another opportunity here underneath their own basket.
Addie Albers will inbound it. Often you see the best scorer will inbound the ball. She drives to the hoop. Will kick it out. Underneath, Egbert with a wide open layup.
Yeah, a lot of room opened up there for Egbert. I think a little more than she expected even, so good finish there for New Knoxville to get it within 1.
4-3 Minster. Lamb has to throw it out to Mesher. Mesher, the leading scorer, just under 10 game. Larger trying to work off a screen. Minster averages 44 points a game. New Knoxville only 33. Hard pass tipped away by Egbert. Wingler gives it up to Wellman. Avery Albers spin move. Can't get the shot off. Wingler hits the jumper.
Nice ball movement there by the Rangers. And as you mentioned, Wingler able to knock it down for her first basket, and Knoxville on top.
Larger short on the shot. Albers loses it out of bounds. She looked like she had an opening. So we'll go to Minster. Minster 10-5 on the season, 3-2 in the MAC. There are 6 teams in the MAC that have 2 losses. Amazing.
More competitive.
Yes. Unbelievably. And there's a nice drive by Larger.
Second bucket for Larger. Minster regains the lead.
Full court pressure to Avery Albers. Guarded by Hamelgarn and Larger. 2 very good defenders. Almost came up with a steal.
And Knoxville definitely having some issues with the pressure. As soon as that double team came, the other Albers slipped up the right sideline. They definitely could have gotten possibly all the way to the bucket if she got rid of it quickly. But they're going to get some more opportunities, that's for sure, because Minster is not likely to back off the pressure.
That goes out of bounds to stay with the Knoxville. Minster always has quick, athletic players for years. Back from Nansteck, she only coached 27 years before Coach Wiss 8 years since. And I'd say of 30 of 35 years, they had a pretty good press and very good defense overall. And they come up with a steal there by Larger. Pushing it up ahead, Mesher wide open for the layup.
Good transition to offense to defense there by Minster.
Hamelgarn almost had a steal. Albers able to get it across the timeline. Knocked out of bounds. She was about to have a double team.
Yeah, you definitely would like to see her dribble. She's good aggressive, dribbles hard, but needs to have her eyes up a little bit more so she can see the rest of the floor. And there's another turnover.
Steal by Mesher and the layup. Mesher now with 4, both of them on layups. 10-5 Minster. Pass it into Addie Albers here. Larger almost always guards the best player on the other team, and they will draw a foul on Larger. Hand check.
First foul, 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. First foul for Minster, I should say.
Wingler with the basketball. Over to Albers. Avery trying to find an opening. Ends up getting the ball back. It's knocked out of bounds. It will stay again with New Knoxville, and Albers will inbound it. Couple substitutions in the game is Ava Stahman, number 5, and number 15, Sadie Niemeyer. Bench greatly favors Minster. They got a pretty deep bench. It go 9-10 deep. Knoxville, much smaller bench, but Leah Gottschalk in the game, number 20, a 5'6" freshman. Gottschalk with a shot. Albers trying to come up with it. It's ultimately stolen away. Steal by Hamelgarn. We'll have a foul. That was on Niemeyer. Niemeyer missed about 5 games in a row. She fractured her wrist on her left hand. But back the last couple games, she fractured her wrist on her right hand last year, so she should be good from here. Lob it underneath, tipped away. It goes off of Mesher. It would be Knoxville ball.
Turnover there. We'll give it back to the Rangers, still trailing by 5 and needing to find an answer to this pressure. You know, you really don't want to do what just happened there, which was pick the ball up just across half court and get that double team, but they get bailed out.
Shot there by Wellman. Rebounded by Minster. Minster pushing the tempo. As always, Stahman will travel. Had the right idea, but moved her feet before putting the ball down.
Second turnover by Minster. Been a lot of start and stop in this first quarter. You know, a lot of out of bounds, turnovers. knocked balls out of bounds, stopping the clock. Like, it's just been a very sluggish first quarter.
Yeah, they'll say that went off of New Knoxville, one off of Albers' hands. So let's stay with Minster. Anna Larger returns in the game. We'll say Aubriana Whipker in the game. She averages almost 5 points a game off the bench. Whipker also splits time with JV. Tonight, no JV game tonight. Just the varsity only affair. So if you're joining us now thinking you're watching JV, this is varsity. New Knoxville does not have a JV team. Niemeyer thought about it. Pretty good three-point shooter. Takes a long two and hits it.
Nice carved out space there by Niemeyer. Knocks down the jumper. Gives Minster a 7-point lead.
12-5 on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, think first. Wingler trying to get it across. Pass went to Egbert, kind of by mistake, but
yeah,
it worked out.
I was going to say a fortunate little step across there as the ball sailed by the first little football route there where you have the second one a little deeper than the first. And unfortunately stepped out of bounds afterwards and turned it back over to Minster.
Avery Albers back in the game. Wingler break. Coach Koenig just tries to rotate one extra player, get everybody a little bit of a break. Niemeyer looks back to Coach Wiss. They set the offense. Inskeep. There's Niemeyer. Might have shuffled her feet. They pass it down to Inskeep on the block. Too strong off the glass.
A good setup there by Minster. Just like you said, a little bit too much there by Inskeep to finish it.
Albers through the lane. Nice move by Addie Albers. 12-7 Minster. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Larger trying to drive baseline. Has to pick up her dribble. They work it around Niemeyer. Will pull up for the jumper, in and out. Inskeep with a nice follow.
Nice offensive rebound there. I believe the first one of the ball game.
Coach Koenig will call a 30-second timeout. Give us a chance to let you know NK Toko and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK Toko cable or an NKT.TV app. Replay times are on channel 152 on January 26th at 6 p.m. and on 150 on the 27th on 6 p.m. Replay times on channel 3 and 503 are February 8th and 9th, both at 4 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports/schedule. 1:38 to go coming out of this precision strip timeout by New Knoxville. Minster up by 7.
Yeah, it's been a good start by the Wildcats. They've really gotten what they wanted so far, a bucket off the pressure, some turnovers, some good outside jumpers in as well. Knoxville not in bad shape. They're actually pretty fortunate for as many times they've turned the ball over. They just need to, again, hate to harp on the press, but it's really what's keeping them out of any kind of rhythm and system, and instead they're throwing up tough shots like Albers just took there. And that's what the pressure is going to do, right? When it's done correctly, you're going to just look for a shot because you're like, oh, I got past that. I want to shoot. And instead of getting into some sort of rhythm.
And sometimes it just speeds up the other team,
right,
too. You speed up, try to go too fast to beat the pressure or to put up a shot before somebody's in your face. And so Minster back on the attack. Wepker thought about a three. Pass it over to Niemeyer. Niemeyer trying to drive baseline. Has to pull it out. Mesher coming up on a minute to go. Larger off the screen. Through the lane. Draws the foul. So that was a shooting foul. Larger will shoot 2. 5'7" senior averaging 6.9 a game with 5 already tonight. Larger, a great defensive player. She's fought through injuries the last couple years. Knock on wood, she's stayed healthy her senior year so far. And she hits both.
Yeah, knocks down a nice and smooth free throw shot there. Made it look easy. Knoxville almost dribbled that one. It was right in front of us. That might have went out of bounds coming through the press, but get a good look inside to Egbert for the finish.
Give the assist to Avery Albers on the basket by Egbert.
And that's what we kept talking about. That's what they need to do. Get across that half court quickly, get an easier bucket, make a nice pass into the paint, and finish, because otherwise that pressure is going to come in layers. Minster on the flip side gets a quick outlet, gets it inside the Mesher, and she draws the foul.
Mesher draws the rebound on a shot by Niemeyer, so Mesher will be shooting 2. And this is the first one. Mesher having a great senior year. As a freshman, or as a junior last year, she only averaged 1.2. She was usually in the rotation play, but only scored a little over 1 point a game, and she's the leading scorer really all year long, just under 10 points a game. Long rebound comes to Larger. Whipker trying to work off a screen. Directing some traffic. Finally, Niemeyer has the ball. We're coming up on 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Lamb to Larger. Minster with a 7-point lead. Niemeyer back to Mesher. Strong move to the basket, too strong. Ball is rebounded and in by Kayla Lamb.
Yeah, nice awareness there by Lamb. Get another offensive rebound for Minster as they close the quarter.
On our First National Bank scoreboard, Minster 18 to Knoxville 9. Back with the second quarter here on NK Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
We go to the second quarter. Minster in control, up by 9.
Yeah, great start by the Wildcats. As we mentioned earlier in the first quarter, really getting some good looks off of that press. Their offense is running well. They got multiple offensive rebounds, which is one of our keys to the game for New Knoxville. And they have let Minster really do what they want on the glass so far. If they're going to have any shot at getting back in this game, they're going to have to clean that up quickly.
Knoxville ball to start the second quarter. They'll pass it. That will go out of bounds. It'll be Minster ball. In for Minster, number 3, Callie Schmeezing, just a freshman. Normally splits time with JV, but usually plays about 3 quarters on varsity. She's in on the right wing as Hemmelgarn back in will run the offense. Lamb working off the screen by Inskeep. Schmeezing, a pretty good 3-point shooter. Shoots, I think she's second in the MAC at about 35% on the 3-pointers. Hemmelgarn back to Inskeep. Minster trying to do a lot of pick and roll tonight. Big part of their offense. Knoxville's played some solid half-court defense, and it's tipped away there by Wellman.
Yeah, definitely as the first quarter kind of moved on, the aggressiveness has been better for Knoxville D. Like
that'll be New Knoxville ball. It was a good call there by the official. The Knoxville player tipped it, then it went off the Minster player out of bounds. So good defense. New Knoxville's rewarded with the ball. Avery Albers across the timeline. Gives it up there. Wingler with the shot. Albers with a nice rebound. Wellman, the basketball. Wellman and Wingler, the 2 seniors on this team. Albers finds an opening, puts up a shot, and banks it home, I think.
A nice offensive possession there for New Knoxville to get a couple extra looks.
Fake and a drive and a basket there for Kayla Lamb.
Nice strong finish at the bucket by Lamb, and that's the one thing we really didn't talk about from New Knoxville either. Not a lot of size. Egbert runs are right around 5'10", 6 foot, but not a lot of resistance at the bucket for Lamb and Inskeep, and they've really, and Mesher for that matter, have really been able to attack pretty much whenever they want so far in the ballgame.
Egbert, 17-footer, goes too long. Albers had the rebound, but also her foot on the end line. Turnover to the Wildcats as Leela Gottschalk checks back in. Minster 10-5. They're 2 wins away from clinching a winning season. They've had 17 straight winning seasons, so trying to keep that streak alive, and probably no problem getting that at 10 already. Schmeezy, nice entry pass to Inskeep.
Yeah, great angle there by the freshman Schmeezy, and as you said, a good finish by Inskeep.
Albers in a little bit of trouble, able to get it across the timeline. Tipped away by Hemmelgarn. Between Hemmelgarn and Schmeezy and Larger, you have to have your head up.
Yeah, a lot of depth
when you're dribbling.
Right, a lot of depth like you said before, but not just offensive depth. They defend very well on the ball individually. A nice finish.
Nice play and one.
Fifth point for Albers as steps to the line for the possible 3-point play.
Albers had a good volleyball season. Was the setter on the team all the way around. An athletic player. This is the foul shot. Minster outlet pass. It's one of the keys Coach Wiss said was have good outlet pass to push the break. Inskeep, that one rolls off. Tipped out of bounds, will stay with the Rangers. So it goes through Wellman's hands. Lamb thought about it, to go low.
Good read there by Egbert to be able to slap that out of bounds for New Knoxville.
Minster does a nice job at looking for each other, looking for the better shot always, it seems like. Do a nice job. They have very good chemistry, play well together. 3 seconds called on Minster.
Still helping the crowd there.
Yeah.
One of the parents hollered out 3 seconds, and the official agreed.
You just don't see that call very often, do you?
You don't.
They used to be much more strict with it back in the day, but back in the day there was more post players. Heck, sometimes there's nobody even close to the lane.
They all run out to the other line now, the big arc 3-point line.
Things have changed, like everything. Some things are better with that, some things not the same. Albers dribbling through a lot of players. Wingler's shot is too strong. Or no, that was Gottschalk's shot. Gottschalk will steal the pass. There's Wellman. To Avery Albers, the freshman. Dribbling through traffic. There comes the double team. Able to keep it alive. We will have a reach-in foul on Minster.
Not sure who that was against. Looks like it will go against Sadie Niemeyer.
Lauren Wingler back in the game. Avery Albers gets a break. Wingler finds an opening to the basket and in. Lauren Wingler.
Good finish. The Rangers hanging around within 7.
Webker a little out of control. Shot off the mark. Pass ahead to Egbert. Wingler trying for another one. Albers with a long 2.
Back-to-back possessions there by New Knoxville.
And within 5. 3 by Niemeyer is rebounded to a jump ball. Will stay with Minster. As we're about halfway through this second quarter, Minster is up by 9. Going into this quarter, Knoxville's outscored them 8-3, if I did my math right. Lamb's shot is off the mark. Webker.
I think a lot of that credit that you said to Knoxville's defense. I was just going to say not too many shots in close as Larger snuck in there but missed the shot. Like, if you remember back to the first quarter, Minster's first 2 or 3 buckets were basically uncontested.
Yeah, easy layups.
Yeah.
Especially they beat them back a lot.
That's right. Knoxville has since tightened it up and now starting to attack this pressure, which is what you definitely have to do to get back into the game. Great outlet there, and easy two for Albers.
Yeah, nice pass. I didn't catch who passed it, but that was nice pass, and Rangers within 3. Webker looking for a shot. Rebounded by Wellman. Here they go, breaking the pressure.
Yeah, all of a sudden the defense for New Knoxville really settled in. Minster taking some tougher shots, and Knoxville on the flip side getting better shots. So the court has kind of flipped in that sense here in the second quarter.
Wellman, nice pass to Egbert. Missed the shot, but drew the foul.
Great look. They're getting a lot of that backside action off of the screens. They being New Knoxville. Albers got it on the last possession. Egbert here as they do a little give and go play, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Egbert, 6-foot junior. This is the first one. Averages 7 points a game. Good volleyball player as well. 12 is Lydia Mesher. Number 5, Ava Stama. Number 4, Annie Hemmelgarn. In for Coach Wiss's Wildcats. Egbert splits the pair. Lead within 2. Larger tries to drive. Finally able to find a spot and rattles it in.
Nice strong move again there by Larger. She did that in the first quarter. She leads all scorers. Oh, I take that back. Inskeep has 9, but she leads the Minster Wildcats with 8.
It will be
going to get an illegal screen against New Knoxville. I believe that's against number 12, Wingler.
Whenever you set that a bad screen way up top, it's just so easy for the ref to see.
It's like putting a giant magnifying glass on yourself and saying, look here. And if, like you said, if you move a little bit, didn't see it, to be honest, but it's tough to get out there. You definitely move your position, they're going to call it.
Yeah, referees are definitely looking for that, and well, they should. It's a foul. Call it. Minster now trying to stretch that 4-point lead. Hemmelgarn, long 2, in and out, tipped around. Good rebound by Avery Albers.
Yeah, good strong board there. Looked like Minster was going to get that one, and the Rangers stay in there and fight.
In some trouble. Mesher comes up with the steal. Passes it to Stahman. Stahman will go line to shoot 2.
Yeah, nice play by Mesher. Good heads up give there to Stahman. And draws the foul. That'll be number 2 against New Knoxville.
Ava Stahman, 5'11" junior. Another one along with Schmiesing and Webker that normally split time on the JV, but play quality minutes on the JV, on the varsity, in the rotation, if you will. Into the game, number 14, Avery Holman, 5'6" freshman, I believe her first action tonight. Second one is in. Stahman, 1 of 2. That was her first point. Avery Hours back in, and Knoxville with 2:12 to go. The Rangers, you want to hang on here the rest of this half. You've really did a nice job of closing the gap.
Yeah, you don't want to let all that work go for naught. They catch a break right there as that one was almost stolen by Minster.
There's a long shot taken there by Wellman. Pass ahead to Larger. Stahman swatted away there by Addie Albers. Or no, Egbert with the block.
A good recovery there by New Knoxville.
Hey, like you mentioned earlier, they've really adjusted their defense. Early on, it was a layup drill. Since then,
tightened things up a little bit. They've definitely packed it in the painted area and made Minster take some outside shots. And it's what's gotten them back in the game. Even that attempt there, a lucky break there. Larger, though, had a point-blank one.
And she falls to the floor, shuffles her feet, traveling. So,
yeah, Minster with 2 really good opportunities there. Just couldn't find the hole. But even that possession, the first shot taken, I believe, was by Mesher, was contested and a tough shot. And that's all you can do in the paint sometimes is make it difficult.
Pass is tipped out of bounds, and with 1:27 to go, Knoxville will retain possession underneath their own basket. Lobbing it up to Egbert. Pass to Wellman. Finds Avery Albers and a nice spin move.
Yeah, tough contested shot there by Avery Albers and a heck of a finish.
Mesher thought about a shot. So they work it around. Hemmelgarn through the lane into a lot of traffic.
Yeah, a lot of contact there. Good aggressive drive. She'll be rewarded with 2 free throws. First foul against Addison Albers.
Annie Hemmelgarn, one of the runners on the state championship cross-country team the last 2 years. Excellent runner. As this year they claimed the 41st state title for Minster High School.
That's a couple.
And I think it's like 14 or 15 just in girls cross-country. Amazing. What Jesse Magato has done. Hemmelgarn hits the back half of the 2 shots.
Final
Under a minute to go.
Yep, final minute of the first half. Big possession here for New Knoxville as they trail by 4.
Gottschalk.
So she might have got away with a double dribble there initially. It looked like she put her hand on the ball and then took an extra step to really convince the official, and they called the travel.
See if Minster can take advantage of this. 48 seconds. I don't think they're going to run for 2. They're just going to run through their offense. They do a lot of screening, a lot of pick and rolls. See what they do this time. On the wing, it's Stallman looking underneath. Mesher, 17-footer. Long rebound. We'll have a jump ball. All in possession with the Rangers. And if you're the Rangers, you just want to get through, survive this.
Yeah, you want to not give up another bucket, exactly.
Get a good shot.
If I'm New Knoxville, if I can run this clock out, I'd do it. But it's a big if because Minster has really good half-court defense. But if you can run it down and get one shot here, I think you'd be pretty happy having an opportunity to cut it to 2 or to go into halftime trailing by 4.
Addison Albers driving against Hemmelgarn. Draws the foul. That's just the 4th foul this quarter on Minster. So the clock will stop with just under 15 seconds. Callie Schmeezing will come in. Hemmelgarn a break. Kiana Wellman will inbound it. All the way up on top to Egbert. Egbert against Inskeep. Gottschalk might have double dribbled. Wellman down to 4 seconds. Pass all the way up on top. Egbert will launch a 3. We go to halftime. Score on the First National Bank scoreboard. Minster 26, New Knoxville 22. We'll come back with the first half stats in the second half when we return on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back. We're at halftime here at Minster Gymnasium, where the hometown team, the Wildcats, lead by just 4 over New Knoxville, 26-22 on our First National Bank scoreboard. With our first half numbers brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems, is Greg Burning.
Thanks, Dave. First for the Rangers, Avery Albers 4 points in the first half, Brent Egbert 5, Addison Albers 9, and Lauren Wingler with 4 for the Minster Wildcats. Annie Helmengarn with a point, Ava Stammen with a point, Inskeep with 6, Mesher with 4, Niemeyer with 2, Anna Larger with 8, and Kayla Lamb with 4. So the balance we really talked about before the game. Neither team really great at the free throw line. Minster was 4 for 9 for 44%. New Knoxville was 2 of 5. Quite a few rebounds for Minster. They had 18 rebounds in the first half compared to New Knoxville's 11. 6 of those being offensive rebounds for Minster. 11 turnovers by New Knoxville to just 5 for Minster. So bit of discrepancy. Really a little misleading in those stats because New Knoxville had, I think, 8 of those 11 in the first quarter. Really just came out sluggish, wasn't ready for that press. Settled down, shot the ball extremely well in the second quarter. Got themselves back in the ball game. Now the question here in the second half is, can they contain that momentum and get some easy buckets? Talked about that too. They got some in that second quarter.
And on the other side, Minster, they 18-9, look like they're ready to roll. You think they got maybe a little bit complacent in the second quarter?
Yeah, definitely.
And I think Coach Wiss probably, comfortable is a better word. I'm sure Coach Wiss has probably tried to reset the focus here.
And I see another look here by New Knoxville. They played man that whole first half. They switched into a 2-3 zone here, and it works on the first possession. They get a turnover.
The mix-up. I think Mesher thought that she had a teammate behind her and let the pass go. So New Knoxville with the ball. They had a lot of trouble with the press early. Did a much better job in the second quarter.
A little surprised on their press break. They bring everybody down here. Like, you know, when you have 5 of your players and they're all in the half court, you're just inviting Minster to bring all their defense in the half court as well.
Right, you plus another defender too.
That's right. I mean, if I'm looking at that, I'm sending at least 1 out of there, maybe 2, because depending on what Minster does with it, you could cut that pressure in half real quick.
They're able to break the pressure. Addison Albers ends up losing it.
Football scrum there for a minute.
I'd say rugby. It's more like rugby.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of ball possession.
I don't know. I don't see a lot of rugby, though. Scrum, it sounded like.
Yeah.
Mesher. Shot draws back. Iron. Able to get her own rebound. Throws up a shot. Albers with the rebound.
Again, another couple attempts there for Minster. Close range. Just unable to convert.
Wellman in some trouble. Double team. Finds Albers wide open. Can't hit the layup.
What a great look out of that double team there by New Knoxville.
Minster with the numbers. Larger shot is too long, and Egbert with the rebound. So both teams had wide open layup for New Knoxville, and then Minster had a 5-on-3. Weren't able to convert.
Yeah, that was an impressive look. I think it was Kiana Wellman looking over that defensive double team to see your teammate, which was Avery Albers on the backside. And as you mentioned, just wide open layup, couldn't get it to go. Sometimes those are the hardest ones when you don't realize how much room you got.
Avery Albers working against Hemmelgarn. Both teams with the same starters that started the game.
And back to the scrum.
And there's Wingler. Yeah, you're right. We'll keep track of scrums this half. That's the second one, okay?
I'll have to add that stat.
Yeah. Put it on our score sheet somewhere.
Hopefully we just get back to basketball.
Yeah, there we go.
It's good effort, though.
The offense has been a little bit lacking here to start the first half. And that one falls in. Inskeep with a nice post move.
Good entry inside by Minster and a strong finish by Inskeep. She now has 8.
Steal and in by Larger. And a Larger able to get the steal one hard to the basket, has a chance for a 3-point play.
She had a couple nice drives in the first half as well. That puts her point total to 10. And she has a chance for a 3-point play.
.57 senior. Her average is just under 7. Already in double figures, misses the free throw. Kiana Wellman across the timeline. Working off the screen by Egbert. Trying to look underneath. Bad pass. Turnover to Minster. Timeout on the floor. Be a full timeout. You're watching girls high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Coming out of the precision strip timeout called by the Wildcats. They are up by 8.
Yeah, a couple turnovers here early in this third quarter for New Knoxville. Has them up to 16. Definitely not the way they wanted to start the second half in the lead. Like you said, has it grown up to 8 here so far.
Correction, that timeout was called by New Knoxville. Coach Koenig trying to make adjustments. Underneath the mesher to Inskeep. Good half-court defense by the Rangers. Larger trying to work off the screen by Mesher. There's a nice tip there by Egbert. Inskeep. Just have to work through their offense again. And we'll have an illegal screen underneath. I think they got Mesher. Second one on Mesher. She joins Hemagarn with 2 fouls. See what New Knoxville can do here. They're looking for their first points here in the second half. Wingler double team. Nice pass to Gottschalk to Albers. Nice block by Inskeep.
Good recovery.
11 on 11, and the girl in the white uniform, 11, Inskeep with the block, and there she in and out on the shot. Hemagarn will draw the foul.
Another offensive rebound there by Minster.
Inskeep shot did everything but go in. Hemagarn will try to build on her 2 foul shots here. She has 1 free throw on the night. Hits the first one. Avery Albers back in the game. Winkler takes a break. Second one for Hemagarn. Lead at 10. Tipped away, stolen by Lamb to Hemagarn, in.
Good vision there to see the open person under the bucket there by Minster and convert that good pressure defense to an easy score.
Albers in some trouble, and there'll be a jump ball on the double team. Albers went down hard. Hopefully she's okay.
I think that jump ball, looking at the possession, looks like it's going to go to New Knoxville.
I don't know when she went down, did she hit her head or taking a little bit of time to reset? This Coach Olivia Koenig going out, checking on her star player, and I think they're going to take her out for a little bit.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Nothing else, just to give her a breather.
It's the first time she's been out all game. Gottschalk will inbound it. Avery Albers. Minster has outscored in Knoxville 8-0 here in this half. Egbert in some trouble. Might have got away with a walk.
Some nice balance there by Egbert to get her 7th point.
In the NBA, they just call it a drive to the hoop. So.
That's right. Normal.
But like you said, a good balance, and first 2 points for New Knoxville this half. Coach Wiss is not substitute yet this quarter. Shot to Mesher. With the assist to Lamb, Lydia Mesher now with 6 points. Across the timeline, Egbert. That's almost stolen away by Hemmelgarn.
Good pursuit there by Hemmelgarden.
Good to see Addison Albers back on the floor. Now Ava Stahman will check in. Kayla Lamb gets a break. And a little bit of a crowd response.
Like Lily Barhorst is about to check in.
About to check in with her first action of the year. She's had some injuries this year, and awesome to see her to get on the floor. There's another steal by Hemmelgarn. Larger shot blocked by Albers. Nice play. Shot up by Gottschalk. Followed by Albers. That will go out of bounds. It will stay off of Minster. And now into the game, Sadie Niemeyer and Lily Barhorst with a big hand, a standing ovation as she is in the ball game. Worked through a lot of health issues this year, so great to see Barhorst on the floor. That is tipped out of bounds. Another chance is Kiana Wellman will inbound it. Wellman, one of 2 seniors, along with Lauren Wingler on this Knoxville team. It's a Knoxville team that just 2 years ago was state runners-up in basketball. And there's another steal by Hemmelgarn. She's had like 4 of them this quarter. Niemeyer with the ball in some trouble, able to get it to Hemmelgarn. 15-footer. Stahman with the rebound. Working around back to Hemmelgarn.
A lot of second chance opportunities here getting the third quarter for Minster's. Really helped that lead get to 12.
Drive to the basket, Niemeyer.
Nice aggressive drive to the bucket there by Niemeyer.
Break the pressure to Avery Albers. And she travels. Tried to stop and make a little space and shuffled the feet.
The turnovers building up for the Rangers. That is number 20. Really a lot here in the third quarter. I believe they had 12 at halftime. So 8 turnovers here just in the third.
And some of those were the quick buckets as well, which really kills you.
Yep.
That ball went, Hemmelgarn just dropped it. It went off her knee and turnover to the Rangers. Got chalk. Guarded by Barhorst. Albers, very good left-handed dribbler. To her sister Avery, that is well short. Minster ball with 1:54 to go. They've outscored New Knoxville 12-2 this quarter. Stahman thought about a 3. Barhorst the high post. Inskeep trying to post up. Hemmelgarn with the drive. Nice block by Albers. Wellman across the line. Picks up her dribble. Albers is just tied up there by Inskeep.
Yeah, drove herself into a little bit of traffic there. Good heads-up play by Inskeep.
Inskeep is among the league leaders in the MAC in field goals, assists, blocks, and steals. She's got a steal there. Lily Barhorst gets a hand as she leaves, along with Hemmelgarn. And the game is Webker. And we will have...
Clock's not moving, I don't think.
You know, scorer's table, they didn't have the JV game to kind of work out the kinks, so they're...
Still warming up.
I've done the scorer's table a little bit in different sports, and it's one of those jobs that looks easy when you're not the one doing it.
It's definitely not. I've done it as well.
And if you make a mistake, everybody sees
knows.
it. And you get paid so well.
You definitely do.
Appreciate all the volunteers at Minster and all the other schools that we wouldn't have these games if we didn't have all the volunteers to run the clock, scorebook, PA. That's what high school sports are all about. Albers inbounding it to Addy. Up and under. Too strong.
A good move there by Albers. Just couldn't quite get the finish.
Niemeyer pulls it over to Inskeep. 3-ball, Webker. Albers ends up with the rebound. In some trouble. Is tied up again by Inskeep.
That will turn it back over to the Wildcats.
Minster 10-5 on the season, trying to get back on the winning side. They're one of 6 teams with 2 losses. I don't think the MAC has ever been won in girls basketball with a team with 2 losses. I looked back on the MAC website, and it went all the way back to like the mid-'80s. This is as far as they had detailed records. Every other year, somebody won it with undefeated in the league or 1 loss. So
wow.
Historic so far. And there's a steal by Stallman. And there's up and under and in by Inskeep.
Fortunate bounce there for Minster. Inskeep, right place, right time.
30-second timeout. I'd like to thank our sponsors for making these telecasts possible. First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, Worcesters Family Floor Center, and NK Telco. Also, Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwerdman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Those 6 teams that are tied in the MAC are Marion and Versailles. Technically, they're a half game ahead. They have 4 wins and 2 losses. The rest of the teams are 3-2 with Minster, Parkway, St. Henry, and Knoxville. Minster's won the most MAC titles in girls basketball, 16 of them, and everyone's been an outright title, which is unbelievable. Usually there's a lot of ties through the years.
What you're saying is they're not getting this? Oh, you're saying outright?
They have won. All their 16 titles are all outright, no ties. It's going to be tough not to be. I would say whoever wins it is going to be tied probably with 2 losses. So, but good luck to everybody. St. Henry has never won a MAC title in girls basketball. New Bremen and Parkway have just won 1.
And that New Bremen St. Henry game is happening right now, so that'll be one of those 2 loss teams going to a 3-loss.
And Minster and New Bremen play each other the last game of the season over at New Bremen. That could come down to the MAC title. We'll see. Wepker thought about it. Mesher with the drive.
10 seconds left in the quarter.
Down to 7. Webker finds an opening but loses the handle.
Minster's done a pretty good job of taking care of the ball. That's just their 9th turnover of the ball game. Couldn't hang on to that one.
Knoxville inbounding. They'll get it to Egbert. She'll throw a long 3. Played 3 quarters in the book. A good quarter there for Minster on our First National Bank scoreboard. They lead by 16. We'll be right back with the 4th quarter.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
We go to the 4th quarter. Minster back in control, up by 16.
Yeah, that whole 3rd quarter was all Minster from the very get-go. Knoxville struggled just to get shots off. Turned the ball over quite a bit that 3rd quarter. and have a lot of work to do to try to get back into this one as they trail by 16.
Albers pass is broken up there by Mesher.
And stolen right on the first possession.
Down low to Barhorst.
Barhorst came back in the game. A little surprised to see her get a second go here, but she makes a strong move and gets fouled.
Looking for her first points of the season. She was first team All-MAC last year. Also first team All-MAC in volleyball this fall. Lily Barhorst off on the first one, but a lot of people rooting for her here. Second one here. One of 6 seniors on this team. And she hits it. You hear the ovation. Knoxville now Minster doing their 1-3-1 zone. They like to run this at times. It's been pretty effective when they run it. They go up on top. Wingler in some trouble, has to hand it off to Albers. There's Wellman, and that's stolen away by Whipker. Pass to head to Stahman, in.
Minster done a nice job taking their team from defense to offense in a hurry tonight. And Stahman able to convert on that one.
Drive to the basket by Egbert, and bring Egbert banks it home.
That's a left-handed runner there by Egbert. She now has 9.
Tied with team high honors with Addie Albers. 3 is too long. Minster back on the attack. This 1-3-1 when they played Fort Laramie earlier, it really caused Fort Laramie a lot of trouble. It's a zone that they really only broke out about, I want to say like 3-4 years ago, and they have the players to play it. Webker comes up with a steal, and Niemeyer comes out of it. She's fouled in the backcourt. 1-3-1, you like to have a tall girl in front. They have
some length.
Yeah, they have Stahman now. They'll have Lamb there, and then you want a quick guard at the back.
Right.
And they got plenty of quick guards. And
some length on the wings and length out top, and you can really cause some problems.
And it's an unusual type zone. Teams aren't used to, the 2-3 zone. Everybody plays it. You know how to attack that. 1-3-1's
St. Henry boys like to run that a lot.
Yes, they do.
Back in the day of Mike Sell, it was a handful because he's tall, long, very athletic, and they won quite a few ball games with him out top.
Yeah. I like to see when a team throws in a zone to break it up a little bit, see it off the timeouts a lot.
Right.
I love the strategy, and especially it's another weapon to go to. Minster going for their 11th win here. They will play Tri-Village on Saturday as Niemeyer is fouled. Tri-Village, I think, is ranked second or third, and defending state champion. Greg will be on the call on Saturday.
Yeah, they're usually a very solid ball team, and don't expect this team to be any different. They like their basketball up that way, much like they do in this area.
Yeah, I think Minster and Tri-Village, I think they've played like the last 3 years together. It's been a nice little matchup. The two teams that are year in, year out pretty good. So good game on a Saturday afternoon. You can hear it. Stream it on NK Telco Sports. It's another turnover against New Knoxville.
Definitely the theme of this second half has been the New Knoxville turnovers, and Minster being able to get some quick opportunities off of those turnovers.
Minster 1 point above their season average of 44 a game. Struggled a bit in the second quarter.
Good help there by Egbert.
Knoxville has played solid half-court defense. Turnovers is what's gotten them tonight.
Foul called there against Minster. Their first, that's Barhorst first.
Albers through the lane. Rebound by Barhorst. 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Glad you're joining us here on NK Telco Sports, along with Greg Burney. I'm Dave Kanapke. It was a close game at halftime. It was just a 4-point game, but Minster dominated in the third quarter and in firm control of this basketball game, trying to stay on top of the MAC with 5 other schools that have 2 losses. Mesher will drive. Tried to pass it through too many players. Lauren Wingler comes up with the basketball. Kiana Wellman gives it up. Avery Albers. Wingler open for the 3. Barhorse with another board.
Solid defensive possession there by Minster.
Webker through some trouble.
As they bail out there a little bit, I would say, is forcing the issue there was Webker. Gets the foul, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Minster, after playing in Tri-Village on Saturday, they play a pretty good St. Mary's squad on Tuesday. Greg and I will be back on that one. St. Mary's just knocked off Marion a couple nights ago. The Minster will travel at Delphos St. John, be home against Fort Recovery, travel to Clyde, and then wrap up the season over at New Bremen. Bunch of substitutions. Layla Gottschalk in the game. Callie Schmeezy, Annie Hemmelgarn, and Hattie Inskeep in for the Wildcats. Second toss here by Webker. Nothing but nylon there. Aubriana is in the scorebook with her first point. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different Wildcats have scored tonight. Niemeyer comes up with a steal. We might have had 9 different players have come up with a steal for Minster, too.
And I believe got a foul on that play as well, so that'll be foul, I believe, number 5 against New Knoxville. Are they calling that against Minster? Not really sure what happened there. The board was flashing. Yeah, I was going to say it should have been against New Knoxville, and it was.
I think
number 11 will be Addie Albers, and that is number 5.
Oh, now they're saying.
I say the 4th was the last foul, so that should be 5 fouls. We'll walk to the other end for our new rule where we get 2 free throws after 5 fouls.
How do you like the rule?
Personally, I don't care for it. I really like the 1-and-1. I think there's a goal to go after there when you're getting to the free throw line that you have to make free throws, and by taking that rule out, and then you also give each team 3 more fouls. In essence, each half, right? Instead of getting to 7, you get to 10. So
that's true. And I like that they had the double bonus.
Right.
Too. You only had 3 1-and-1s. Years ago, they only had 1-on-1s, but the double bonus had an incentive not to foul. So, I've heard mixed reviews. I would like, if you're going to shoot it, make the first one at least a couple 1-and-1s. Why can't you go 1-and-1 on that? But they kind of modeled it after the women's college basketball. They say it speeds up the game. Maybe it does. What I don't like, too, is at the end of the game, I see a lot of teams that need to foul, and they have to foul like 3 times.
Right.
Which, I don't know.
I would argue it makes the game more physical because I feel like the officials don't call as many fouls either.
Well,
that's the piece I don't care for. It's plenty physical as it is. It doesn't need to go up a notch.
Yeah, maybe next year we'll be in charge of the rules.
Yeah, I doubt it. And that's okay.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing. Knoxville back on the attack. And there's another steal, that time by Webker. Passes it to Niemeyer. Sadie shot too strong. Rebound by Albers. We'll have a foul in the backcourt.
That'll be just the second Minster foul.
Coming in the game is Reese Albers, a 5'9 sophomore. And Hemmelgarn done for the night. Reese Albers done a really good job on JV, has earned a promotion to varsity. She's gotten a couple games, has averaged 4 points so far. So Albers, a sophomore. Hattie Albers to the basket.
Good strong move there by Albers. Draws the foul.
Albers back on the free throw line. New Knoxville will be back in action at Russia on Monday, the 29th. We'll have that game streamed at Russia's Claire Nouveau Gymnasium, which will be redone. Well, that'll be the junior high. They're building a new gym with the remodeling at Russia going on. So, and also then they come back on Thursday. New Bremen will host New Knoxville on Thursday the 1st. Albers 1 of 2. She's in double figures. She's been in double figures almost every game so far this year. Working around the perimeter, 2:20 to go. Coach Wiss has some players getting some time on varsity. Trying to come in to get some playing time here tonight. Albers will drive to the hoop, draw the foul. So Reese Albers, 5'9" sophomore, will shoot 2 foul shots. Rolls off. Avery Wilgus into the game, number 10, and number 13, Jenna Belcher. I believe her first varsity action. She just recently was moved up to the varsity. Also in for New Knoxville, number 2, 5'3" freshman Emily Bombauer. So it's always good when you're a coach and you're able to get everybody into the game. So they all practice all week long for a chance to be on the floor. Avery Albers working against Belcher, making her work. There's Albers with the rebound. Gottschalk. Avery Homan gives it up to Albers. She'll drive the hoop, draw the foul. That's just the 4th foul on Minster.
Thought she might get the bucket on that one, but did not. It's a heck of a move there by Albers. She's definitely, you can see why she averages 13 a game. She's not afraid to get to the bucket, and she's got some nice athletic moves.
Definitely athletic. A nice sophomore season, probably be rewarded with first team All-MAC, I would guess. She has earned it, and she draws another foul. I think this is the 5th. It might have even been a shooting foul.
Yeah, I'd say definitely was a shooting foul, but either way, like you said, it was the 5th.
I'm pleading the 5th.
Pleading the 5th.
Albers now up to 11. Hits both of them there.
A nice easy motion at the free throw line. Knocked those both down, no problem.
Callie Schmeezing gives it up to Albers. To Belcher to Schmeezing. 1:18 to go. Minster will win their 11th game of the season. Schmeezing's shot rolls off. It will be New Knoxville ball. Minster boys team will travel over to the barn on tomorrow night. Jeff Henson on the call on that game. Minster boys have been, I think they've won 4 in a row now. They've been putting the work through some injuries and putting things together for Coach Michael McClurg. Inbounded by New Knoxville. Avery Homan all on the floor. Jenna Belcher ties up Bombauer. Minster ball with under a minute to go. Schmeezing gives it up to Belcher. Niemeyer to Wilgus. Belcher dribbles through the lane, hands it off to Schmeezing. Finds Albers. Albers usually the leading scorer on the JV team. Schmeezing gives it up to Albers. Belcher to the hoop. Has to kick it out to Wilgus. It will stay with Minster. They're just 22 seconds away from victory here. Albers inbounds it to Schmeezy. Belcher gives it up. Minster at some point will probably just pull it out and record their 11th victory here. Belcher will shoot. Rebound and in by Albers. Final tally for Minster. They win 51-29 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Score by quarter, Minster after one. They led 18-9 at halftime. It's 26-22, 40-24 after three quarters. On our final score on our First National Bank scoreboard, Minster 51, New Knoxville 29. With our final numbers, Mr. Greg Burney.
Thanks, Dave. For the visiting New Knoxville Rangers, Avery Albers ended with 4, Bryn Egbert 9, Addison Albers 12, and Lauren Wingler with 4 for their 29 points. For the Minster Wildcats, Annie Hemmelgarn had 5, Ava Stammen 3, Addie Inskeep 10, Lydia Mesher 6, Lily Barhorst 1, Sadie Niemeyer 8, Adriana Webker 2, Anna Larger 10, Kayla Lamb 4, Reese Albers 2. Like we talked about that balance before the game, and definitely a lot there for Minster. Minster was 13-22 from the free throw line. New Knoxville just 5 of 9. Both teams shot about 45% from the field, pretty even there. Turnovers were really the big key there. New Knoxville ends with 29 turnovers to Minster's just 11. So a lot there in the second half. Really, the third quarter, it was a battle of 2 quarters for Minster. The first quarter they came out strong, played really well. Got a little complacent, I feel like, in the second. I give Knoxville credit. They fought back and got right back in the game. But in the third, Minster really poured it on. Not only got steals, but they got layups. And when your pressure gets you layups, typically good things are going to happen, and that's exactly what happened. The game went from a four-point game to a 12 to 15 points in a matter of minutes, and they really handled it after that.
New Knoxville falls to 2-15 on the season, 1-5 in the MAC. They're at Russia on Monday night. For the Minster Wildcats, they go to 11-5. They will host Tri-Village on Saturday. Greg will have the call here on NK Telco Sports. One more order of business here. Our player of the game sponsored by NK Telco Sports.
Yeah, player of the game tonight's going to go to Minster's Anna Larger. Talked about her a lot in the first and the second quarter. Her defense is very good. She had some really nice drives to the bucket. She's really quick. When she's playing well, I feel like this Minster team really feeds off of that. Not just her defense, but she kind of starts it, I feel like, and they kind of lead, or she leads and they follow. And she really triggered things here, had a solid ball game with 10 points here tonight. She's our player of the game.
Congratulations, Anna Larger, our player of the game. Congratulations to the Minster Wildcats as they win on our First National Bank scoreboard with a final score 51-29. For my partner, Greg Burney, I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching on NK Telco Sports.